To move into my wealthy boyfriend Oliver's luxury apartment, I deliberately snapped a few photos. Then I took the initiative and invited him over to my place. After sending the message, I pried open a loose corner of the wall. I pulled out some termites from inside. Then I relocated them to spots that hadn't been chewed up yet. Finally, I set an alarm in advance. Now all I had to do was wait for Oliver to walk right into my trap step by step. The next day, Oliver showed up just as planned. Just as the mood was starting to heat up, I excused myself to use the bathroom. What Oliver didn't know was that this was all part of my plan. Before long, he noticed the wall was crawling with termites. The decorative painting on the table looked pitifully cheap too. Even the shopping bag I usually carried around looked worn out and shabby. Suddenly, he noticed what looked like a hidden compartment inside my handbag. Just as he was about to open it for a closer look, he heard my footsteps coming back, so he quickly plopped back down on the couch. When I walked in, just as Oliver was about to ask about the termites, the alarm I'd set earlier started ringing. I pretended to pick up the phone. Soon enough, my expression grew more and more serious. Then I told Oliver that my landlord had just gotten in touch with me. The whole apartment building needed to be fumigated for pests, and it was going to take at least 3 weeks. During that time, I'd have nowhere to stay. Sweet, naive Oliver immediately offered to let me crash at his place for a while. At first, I politely turned him down, but after he kept insisting, I reluctantly agreed not long after. I dragged my luggage over and moved into his apartment. While I was in the shower, Oliver pulled out a syringe and filled it with a sedative. Once I finished my shower, I quickly settled into bed to rest. I had absolutely no idea that he had secretly stashed away a syringe. But surprisingly, Oliver ended up sticking the needle into his own body. Turns out, he had been suffering from chronic insomnia for a long time, late into the night. Once Oliver was completely out, I quietly slipped out of bed. I opened up the storage box I'd brought with me. Then I checked on the strand of hair I'd placed on the notebook, just to make sure no one had touched it. Inside that notebook were rows and rows of numbers, jam-packed across the pages. The truth was, in just 2 short days, I had already cracked the code to Oliver's safe. Before long, the police showed up at Oliver's apartment, and by this point, everything in that place had already changed completely.